That's very ominous, but very good. I feel very good right now.
Do you feel like when you're coming off, the last few losses, and you come in and you win such a great performance against a tough opponent, does that make it feel better, or do you feel kind of vindicated?
Yeah, coming off those 2 losses, I needed a win, and I got a good win. So yeah, I feel good, and the last 2 fights were so razor thin. I knew I had to go in and kind of leave it out there a little more and not rely. Like, no one's ever leaving it to the judges on purpose, but I knew I had to be a little more reckless and look for the stoppage, because apparently I'm not going to get a win if it goes to those guys.
So in media day, you seemed a little, I don't want to say angry, but you had like a chip on your shoulder. Do you feel like that chip's still there?
Oh, you guys made that up. I wasn't angry. I had a lot of pressure. I had to save myself. 3 losses in a row can be it, and if it's not, then the next fight is absolutely do or die. So I treated this one as if it was do or die. I don't know if I had a chip on my shoulder. I had nothing against my opponent. I don't pretty much ever, but I needed a win, and it was dire.
And after the fight, DC was talking about a potential fence grab. Maybe there wasn't a fence grab. Have you heard anything about that?
I heard his corner yelling, but I don't remember doing it. I don't think there was.
It didn't look like there was on the broadcast. It was a weird angle. Do you kind of feel like they're always looking for something? It can't just be, hey, here's this knockout, this great knockout. They're looking for something.
Their job is to be in the best interest of their fighter. If they believe that I grabbed the fence, they have every right to be angry. I don't believe I grabbed the fence. I couldn't see on the replay that I grabbed the fence. I'm confident that I didn't grab the fence. But if they believe that that's what happened, they have the right to be upset because he's their guy. No, it's up to the coaches to be on their guy's side.
What about the broadcast?
What about the mag?
About the broadcast bringing it up and maybe creating that narrative that maybe isn't there.
My win bonus is going to be in my account. It doesn't change anything. I won that fight.
Thank you.
For what it's worth, I think the reason why it even came up is because you went to the cage with the hand open, then closed it right before you contacted. You didn't grab the cage. It just looked like you were almost going to. So the replay exonerates you.
Good thing almost doesn't count, right?
Yeah. Were you surprised at his sort of lack of output in the first round? He seemed to be maybe a bit befuddled by your movement. He seemed to throw teeps, but no real jabs or anything. Were you surprised by that?
No, so he doesn't normally jab. He usually looks for that lead left, but although he has the reach on me, I had the firepower advantage, and he knew that. And I started landing the low kicks early, and despite what maybe he thought going in, I'm the faster guy. And even though I'm bigger, I'm also faster. And he didn't have that advantage, and he couldn't find anything to get off on.
I'm not sure how much this goes through your head as a conscious thought in there, but after the first round, when he hasn't done much output, do you think, well, thanks very much, that's 1 down, we've got 2 more to go, I've basically just banked one, and that's safe? I know you wanted...
Well, I mean, I banked one, but he landed a front kick, so the judges might have given him it, man. It's hard to say. So I got to really turn it up. These Vegas judges, dude, who freaking knows?
There's been a few weird ones tonight, actually.
Has there? Haven't been watching, but I believe you. Look at this. You guys didn't give me a can? You didn't want me to open it with my teeth?
I think that's the Tanner Boza rule. They just...
Monster's ruining my trademark move now.
Thanks very much.
Just one thing for me. I know that the commentary said that he looked like the last time he went up to try to go up to a division, he was heavier. This one he stayed a little bit leaner. Did he feel like a light heavyweight out there, or did he feel like a heavyweight?
So last time he meant to go up to heavyweight. This time he was supposed to be fighting at light heavyweight, and a week and a half ago his opponent had visa issues, and I was probably the only guy they could find to do it on a week and a half, and he accepted the fight at heavyweight. He's a gamer, man. He's tough. There's a lot of guys that talk the talk, but I mean, I took the fight on a week and a half when I wasn't scheduled to have one. He was scheduled to have one, and instead he went up a weight class because he's a real fighter. So did he feel like a light heavyweight? No, he felt like he's 10 pounds lighter than me, I guess. But, I mean, he took me down. He was strong. He's not a weak guy. Yeah, he had to use a lot of energy, I think, to do it. But, no, he didn't feel weak. But, I mean, it's the same thing. I fight guys that are heavier than me often, and it's a give and take. You have the cardio or the speed, and they have the power or the size or something like that. It's at the lower weight classes when a guy misses weight by half a pound and then the fight's scrapped. You know what I mean? guys at heavyweight, sometimes guys outweigh you by 50 pounds. It's just something you're used to. Sometimes you're the faster guy, sometimes you're the bigger guy, whatever.
And then lastly, how did you feel as opposed to a short notice or the full fight camp that you want for the next one? How different do you normally feel in something like that?
I felt fine because I didn't have any reason to celebrate after the last fight. I was really chapped, so I didn't go and eat a bunch of junk food, and I didn't go and drink or do anything like that. Really, you know, I had a couple. That was it. So I felt like I was still in the same shape. I trained so hard all the time that a couple weeks off, if anything, somehow I probably just healed weird things. I'm kind of all-terrain, though. I'm good to go.
Congrats.
Just a quick one, based on what you're saying about heavyweight, you can fight guys that can be way heavier than you. I was wondering if this week you happen to stand next to Gan or Volkov and just see how big it can get at heavyweight, and if you've ever fought a guy at 265.
So I fought Gon.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot that, hey?
Did, yeah. That was bad.
Yep.
Mm.
Good? Thanks, guys.
Congratulations on another very convincing decision win. As you sit there right now, how do you feel about your performance tonight?
I'm really happy, my man. I'm really happy. Like I said, this one is really tough guy, one of the best of the division. Taller, heavier than me. So I'm really happy about this war.
Yeah. You said you trained a lot with bigger guys, but then you got in there. I mean, he's a really big guy. Was it?
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were prepared for it? Was it a little more than you expected?
He was really more like I expected, for real. Really more.
He came out very active with kicks right away. Obviously, we know he's a kickboxer, but it was like he was relying on that. Did you expect him to be so heavy with the kicks early on?
Not on the low kick. I know on the kick, on the front kick or something like that, on the middle kick, the high kick, yes, also, but not on the low kick. But it's the game.
I was gonna say you stayed light on your feet the whole time. So did it injured cause any damage to your legs at all?
No, I'm feel okay. We will see tomorrow maybe, but no, now I'm okay. I can walk, so no, I'm okay.
You shot in for a couple takedowns, but were never able to get it. Did you intend for the takedowns to be more of a part of the game today?
Yeah, we're looking for that. But one thing very important: if you want to make this guy on the ground, make it without power. If you're gonna use the power, leave it. It was the instruction of my coach, so I leave it. It was too heavy.
It did seem like you started to try to pressure a little bit more as the fight went on. Did you feel the need to kind of turn up the offense a little bit?
Yes, we did it. I make more pressure. Even if this guy is really dangerous in the striking, I make the pressure. I move my head. I go inside, and we did well. I'm really happy about this performance.
Is it frustrating that you don't maybe get the big highlight or the big finish because you know you took criticism last time, and I'm sure there's going to be people that say the same. You know, it's a point fighting, that sort of thing. So is that frustrating at all for you?
La fin.
Est-ce que ça te dérange qu'il y ait des gens qui puissent encore dire, même sur ce combat, que c'est un combat ennuyeux?
No. It was boring. Okay, no worries. For me, it was a really great war, and like balance, yeah, you know. And I'm really happy about this performance. It was, for me, it's one of the best of the division. Taller, bigger than me, with a good level striking. My man, I'm really happy.
It's two fights in a row, too, where you've really stuck to your game plan. I mean, do you ever, think, oh, I'm going to change this or I'm going to vary this? How is it so easy for you to remain so disciplined?
Comment tu fais pour rester discipliné dans le game plan alors que tu aurais pu... Est-ce que des fois tu penses à changer de direction?
No. I had the instruction around the cage with my coach, so I keep focus on the target, and we know what's the target. Make a pressure, go inside, try to finish the fight, like every time, and go to the war. Just go to the instruction of my coach. Well, my man, today the guy gonna win is the guy ready to die. He told me that. So we go to the war. This guy is really heavy, my man. Look at my face. Really?
Derek Lewis, Stipe Miocic, the only two guys that are ranked in front of you. We don't have a title shot yet, but if one of those guys is fighting for a title, do you want to take another fight? Do you feel like you need another fight before you could potentially fight for a title?
No, I think today I proved it. I don't need another fight for the title shot. I think this guy, Volkov, it was a really great challenge to prove it, and I proved it. I did it. So tomorrow, yes, of course, if the UFC want to match me for the title shot, my man, I'm ready.
What if it means you've got to sit and wait for 6 months, 9 months, a year maybe to get that title shot? Would you do that, or would you stay active?
I think we can wait. This is maybe gonna help us to improve in some department of myself. So yes, we can wait. And I have a baby the next month.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last thing for me, we don't know exactly how things are going to play out, but when you do fight for the title, would it be most meaningful for it to be against Francis Ngannou?
Je suis pas sûr d'avoir compris.
Si tu veux combattre pour la ceinture, probablement tu vas le croiser. Et comment tu te sens de tout ça?
No, like I say, now I'm comfortable about this matchup. If this matchup gonna happen, because before it was a little bit, unfortunately, it was the shame before the title. Now for the title, I'm really comfortable with this situation. because we was born in the same gym. So before it was a little bit, you know. So now I'm comfortable. If tomorrow we're gonna fight for the belt, this is beautiful for us, for me, for him, for my coach, and the MMA factory.
When was the last time you actually spoke to Francis? Was it when you were training at the gym?
Quand est-ce que tu te rappelles la dernière fois où tu as parlé à Francis?
Yeah, we talked together the last time because we sparred for.
C'était quand?
It was for over him, the fight for over him because he come back to France to prepare this fight.
How would you describe the sparring matches that you and Francis used to have?
This man is really tough. It's not a joke. Thank you, everybody.